Was it Professor Plum with the revolver in the billiard room? Or was it Colonel Mustard with the wrench in the study? Clue is a great dark comedy movie or parody. It's a dark comedy classic based on the famous board game of the same name by Parker Brothers. And it is also about the life of the rich in the 1950s with the McCarthy hearings playing in the background of the movie. Don't miss this one. This video is a movie review of the great film Clue. So here we go. Clue is basically about, or ultimately about, federal government corruption, secrets of the rich and the elite, and the blackmail of the upper crust in the 1950s. The MO of the movie is basically a bunch of wacky and eccentric rich people in a box, which in this case is a 1954 New England mansion, with the actor Tim Curry playing the butler, running around trying to figure it all out. He has a great performance in the film. There are other great performances here, not just by Curry, but also by Martin Mull and Leslie Ann Warren as Scarlett. Many famous actors were in the film. I'm not going to go on and on, but it does have an ensemble cast. You will never figure out the plot, don't even try. That is part of the film's genius, in my opinion. I was in the 7th grade when I saw it, and I just thought it was one of the funniest and smartest movies I had ever seen up to that point in my life. It's almost like the characters are playing the game Clue as the movie progresses and the plot builds. It's ultimately a board game imitating reality. Or art imitating reality is the famous cliche. One thing about the film you may not know is that there were different endings in 1985 released in different theaters all across the country. Just like in the board game, you can have different scenario conclusions at the end of the game. There were different endings in different regions of the country based on theater. I believe there were 3 different endings of this film nationally. This is the only movie I've ever known in my life that ever did this, and I'm a big film buff. A VH version, or a VHS version of the board game with scenes from the film was released in the late 1980s, I believe, to some limited success. Once again, it's a movie that is very unique because it had multiple endings. I think it was the only film in history that did this, at least that I know of. Don't write this film off because it was based on a board game. Parker Brothers came up with a great game, and this is a great movie. In my opinion, it's a 5-star film. It's one of the best dark comedy parodies ever made about thriller content and political content. It's a one-of-a-kind movie with many great performances. Don't miss this film if you're really into dark comedies. Once again, thank you for your time, thank you for your consideration. Please make a note that my next video is going to be a film review of the famous 1987 movie Wall Street, all about, obviously, Wall Street. It's one of the best films that was ever made on white-collar crime, in my opinion. And there's some things in my review about Michael Douglas that you may not know. Thanks again for your time. I'll see you in the next video. It's free to subscribe.